I don't know why it's discussed so much in our sport and why it's the all be all of everything. Like, okay, you weren't a great player if you never won a championship. Yeah. It's like, or if you won one, then you can't be in the same conversation with this person. It's like,
but that's a great point, because what you're saying is like, no matter what you have, you need more. No matter what.
Right.
No matter what. Like, it never ends.
Yeah, right? I don't know, man. It's just like you sit here and you tell me, you know, Allen Iverson and Charles Barkley and Steve Nash, you know, are fucking wasn't unbelievable. Like, oh, they can't be talked about or discussed with these guys just because this guy won one ring or won two rings or one, like, it's just weird.
You're an idiot and a scammer.
Really, LeBron James, are you going to play the passive-aggressive game to the media again? At this point, there's just no change of LeBron James' mind. This is Sports Guy talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about LeBron James expressing his hatred for ring culture being popularized. Clearly, LeBron James is getting reflective about his legacy in the game of basketball. As always, obviously, LeBron James is talking about ring culture for the purposes of enhancing his legacy at the NBA level. Before I say anything else, though, I want to present you guys with a topic question. So, here it is. Is LeBron James right or wrong to complain about ring culture being popularized? I'm going to put this verdict as wrong, even though I don't necessarily disagree with LeBron James. LeBron James did say some things that I agree with. I believe ring culture is a problem in the NBA. I do believe that you should not judge players by just rings alone. However, I believe LeBron James is the wrong messenger to be saying this message. And not only is LeBron James the wrong messenger to be sending this message to everybody else, I don't even think LeBron James was 100% accurate with his initial statements. LeBron James is talking about how guys like Steve Nash and Charles Barkley are not appreciative enough by a lot of NBA fans, and he's not necessarily wrong in that regard. I do believe Charles Barkley is underrated all the time. We don't talk about Charles Barkley nearly enough when we talk about the greatest power forwards to ever play the game of basketball. However, winning rings does matter in all-time rankings. You have to win championships in order to be considered a great player. I'm not saying rings are the end-all be-all, because if that were the case, Bill Russell would be the GOAT. Obviously, no reasonable person is going to believe Bill Russell is the GOAT, and nobody's going to believe that the modern-day GOAT should be Robert Horry. Context into rings matter. You got to win rings as the man in town, and you got to see how you won those rings. Did you win those rings being a bench warmer, or did you win your rings being the guy on your squad? LeBron James has 4 rings as the guy, although some people could say he only has 2 rings as the guy, considering that the super team Heat were led by Dwyane Wade to an extent. So obviously, LeBron James has to realize that context can work both ways. The reason why I'm saying LeBron James is wrong is because he believed you needed rings in order to be in the GOAT discussion. If he didn't believe that, then he would have stuck it out in Cleveland and he would have believed the true value of rings. Instead, LeBron James attempted to chase for the quantity of rings. Ultimately, though, he's still too short compared to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan has 6 rings. LeBron James only has 4 rings. I'm obviously not saying that Michael Jordan is the GOAT because 6 over 4, but I'm obviously believing that Michael Jordan's rings mean more than LeBron James' rings. I also want to show you guys this clip where LeBron James talks about how winning rings is a team accomplishment and how it should not be celebrated as an individual accomplishment. I did not completely agree with what LeBron James had to say, mainly because I feel he is saying this to cover his ass. Roll the film.
A ring is a team accomplishment.
Right.
And if you happen to have a moment where you're able to share that with your team, that should be discussed. This team was the greatest team, okay? Or that team, you can have those conversations. But like trying to nitpick an individual because he was not able to win a team game or a team match or whatever the case may be, I don't know where it started. It's just it's a long conversation, especially when it comes to me individually. It's just so weird.
Everything that guy just said is bullshit. Thank you.
LeBron James, let me ask you something. If you really believed rings are a team accomplishment, why did you say in 2016 when you won the ring yeah, that made me the greatest of all time. If you really believe what you just said, why do you say that the 2016 ring made you the greatest of all time in a different interview? And that's my issue with LeBron James. He just comes off as a snarky politician when he talks about his all-time legacy. Whatever he says in the moment, yeah, it sounds good. And all his fanboys eat it up. All these Bron sexuals talk about, yeah, Bron the GOAT, Bron the GOAT. And you got guys like Shannon Sharp wearing the GOAT mask all the time. That's my issue with guys like Shannon Sharp, Nick Wright, and others at ESPN and Fox Sports 1. All these people are dick riding LeBron James all the time, and I'm getting sick and tired of it. There's not enough criticism going around LeBron James at ESPN and FS1. Now, am I saying LeBron James haters don't exist? Absolutely not. We all know LeBron haters are a thing. Skip Bayless is one of the main leaders in terms of being a LeBron hater, but some of the hate towards LeBron James is not completely unvalid. LeBron James has a losing record in the finals. LeBron James doesn't have the clutch gene. LeBron James has the longevity, yes, but he only has 4 rings in 22 years. At some point, you have to ask yourself, is LeBron James actually the GOAT, or is he just a modern day Wilt Chamberlain? LeBron James can stuff up the stat sheet, but he only has 4 rings to show for it, and it's not because he didn't have enough help during those finals losses more often than not. I'm not saying LeBron James didn't play against a super team Warriors squad. That absolutely happened, but people are acting like, oh, he lost 6 finals to the Golden State Warriors, when in reality, that was not the case at all. What about the 2011 finals? What about the 2014 finals? What are the excuses for those years? If LeBron James is truly the GOAT, then he would have a good answer for those questions. But it's about a bunch of other things too, right? It's about being able to impact the league in a positive way. Viewership during Michael Jordan years were the highest that the NBA had ever experienced. Meanwhile, LeBron James left the NBA in worse shape than ever. That's why the NBA has completely collapsed in terms of ratings under the guidance of LeBron James. When LeBron James is the face of the league, a lot of people want to stop watching the NBA. When Michael Jordan was in the NBA, though, a lot of people wanted to watch Michael Jordan and the game of basketball being played at the professional level. Impact on the league matters a lot. There's a combination of factors that you can talk about in terms of what defines a player's legacy. I don't think ring count should be the end-all be-all, but I do believe ring count should matter to an extent. Ultimately, though, we all know why LeBron James is saying this, though. He has 4 rings compared to Michael Jordan's 6 rings, so he's trying to pump up the significance of his own rings. That's why he's trying to promote himself as the GOAT over Michael Jordan. Ultimately, though, no reasonable person should be getting fooled by the tactics of LeBron James. We all know Michael Jordan is the real GOAT. Nothing LeBron James says can really change the fact. I know he didn't really refer to himself versus Michael Jordan straight up, but we all know LeBron James is a passive-aggressive guy. So when he's talking about somebody else and it's within context of himself, we know that it's really just talking about himself versus Michael Jordan. We all know that LeBron James is still chasing the ghost in Michael Jordan. He said so himself in 2016. I still believe deep down LeBron James believes in that now. He doesn't really believe he's the GOAT. If he believed he was the GOAT, then he would have stopped playing basketball a long time ago. LeBron James is playing to still chase the ghost of Michael Jordan, and I have news for you, LeBron James. You're not catching up to Michael Jordan anytime soon. Matter of fact, you're never catching up to Michael Jordan. If Michael Jordan gets surpassed, it's not going to be by LeBron James. I know that much. So that is why LeBron James is wrong to complain about ring culture being popularized, as LeBron James is just coming off as a guy who is desperate to just come up with any argument for why Michael Jordan is not the GOAT. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking, like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That'll be for the @DustinNashTran Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinNashTran, and that's Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinNashTran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel Sports Guy Talking.